Okay, so let's come to LLP audit. It's chapter 18 in your textbook. One of you just guide others with the page number as well. Are you on the page of audit of LLP? Yes? Okay. Yeah. Okay, are you all sorted? Is the AC on, off, game done? Yes, done. Okay. Okay, now LLP audits. See, now whatever we have studied in audit so far has always been keeping a company in mind, right? We were always doing statutory audits. Statutory means compulsory. And these audits, as such, are compulsory for all company entities. So, what about LLPs? What about partnership firms? What about cooperative societies? What about banks and etc. and the other kinds of entities? Now we are going today to deal with LLP, cooperative society and banks. Banks, as we all know, they are companies registered under Companies Act, but they are working under the Banking Regulation Act. Correct? RBI बहुत सारे rules and regulations उनके लिए establish करके रखा हुआ है and the banks are working under that. So of course audit is compulsory, but it is not as simple as we do an audit of a regular company. So there are a few more things that we need to check, a few more compliances that we need to report on. Like if you remember, अपन कारो नहीं LFAR देते थे, याद है, long form audit report. So these are certain nitty gritties that we will deal with when we do audit of banks. Then audit of societies, again, there are a few things which are given in the Multi Cooperative Societies Act which we need to follow, and we will follow it when we come to that act. So what about audit of LLP then? Now, if you recollect from the information that you've had before, or maybe LLP Act आपने पहले कहीं पढ़ा होगा, LLPs are corporate entities. They have a separate legal entity, but it's a breed between a partnership firm and a company. Correct? LLP is a corporate vehicle. Corporate vehicle मतलब क्या? इसका separate legal entity है, partners का limited liability है. All of those things are there. All the benefits of a companies exist. All the benefits of a partnership firm also exist. In terms of, for them audit is not compulsory. जैसे पार्टनरशिप फर्म्स के लिए ऑडिट कंपलसरी नहीं था, वैसे ही एलएलपीज के लिए भी ऑडिट कंपलसरी नहीं है if they don't meet the eligibility requirements. तो एक्ट ने कुछ तो भी एक लिमिट दिया हुआ है कि अगर आपका टर्नओवर इससे क्रॉस होता है या आपका टोटल कैपिटल इतना है, अगर ये अमाउंट नहीं मीट हो रहा है तो ऑडिट इज नॉट कंपलसरी. पर अगर आपका टर्नओवर इस लिमिट को क्रॉस कर रहा है देन ऑडिट इज कंपलसरी. So this is a small chapter, very limited information that we get. We understand why audit is to be done, what are the advantages of audit, who will do the audit, who will appoint the auditor, all of those things. A lot of things will be a revision of what we have already studied. Okay, let's come to the first part. What are the main features of LLP? So it's governed by LLP Act. We already know that, and various rules made thereunder. LLP is to be registered with a registrar. LLP agreement contains main provisions relating to the firm. जैसे आपका पार्टनरशिप फर्म में पार्टनरशिप डीड होता है, जैसे कंपनी में MOA AOA होता है, वैसा LLP में LLP agreement होता है. Okay, that's the charter document. How many partners do you need? Minimum 2 partners. We need to start an LLP. Liability of partners, please mark this important, is limited to the extent of their contribution except in case of intentional fraud or wrongful act done by partners. So the liability as such is limited only. But अगर आप कोई fraud कर रहे हो intentional, तो अब lifting of corporate wheel होगा. आपको कुछ याद है क्या लिफ्टिंग ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट व्हील? यस, मतलब नाउ वी विल नॉट कंसिडर एलएलपी टू बी अ सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी. We will lift the corporate wheel, look behind who is the actual wrongdoer and punish him accordingly. Okay. At least two partners should be designated partners. Please underline this. And they are required to obtain a DPIN. DPIN is designated partner identification number. जैसे आपका पैन होता है, आधार होता है, वैसे ही डायरेक्टर्स के पास डिन नंबर होता है, डायरेक्टर आइडेंटिफिकेशन नंबर. और डेजिग्नेटेड पार्टनर्स के पास होता है डीपिन, डेजिग्नेटेड पार्टनर आइडेंटिफिकेशन नंबर. जैसे जब आप सीए बनोगे ना, आपको एक मेंबरशिप नंबर मिलेगा. दैट इज अ यूनिक नंबर दैट यू हैव. जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट आप साइन करोगे, आपको आपका मेंबरशिप नंबर भी लिखना रहता है उसके साथ. Like that, if you are a designated partner, you will get a unique DPIN. You have to apply for it to the registrar and you will obtain. LLP is having almost all benefits like that of a private limited company, but with less compliances. So it is a better combination of a firm and a company. Okay. Whether LLP is required to maintain books of accounts. So LLPs, the answer is they are required to maintain books of accounts containing the following: particulars of all sums of money received and expended by the LLP and the matters in respect of which the receipt and expenditure takes place. A record of the assets and liabilities of the LLP. Statement of cost of goods purchased, sorry, inventories, work in progress, finished goods, and cost of goods sold. Any other particulars which the partners may decide. अब अगर आप ये 3 पॉइंट आराम से पढ़ो, you will understand this is trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. Correct है क्या? See, where do you have your receipts and expenditure? Cash flow. Where will you have all your assets, liabilities? Balance sheet. Where will you have the cost of goods sold, inventory, cost of goods purchased, etc. ये सब आपका trading P&L में आ जाएगा. So basically, you have to maintain trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, and cash flow statements. Whether every LLP would be required to maintain and file accounts. Now what is this? See, जैसे अपने को इनकम टैक्स का रिटर्न फाइल करना पड़ता है ना, वैसे एनुअली कंपनी को एनुअल अकाउंट्स फाइल करने पड़ते हैं टू आरओसी. दिस इज टू बी डन बाय एवरी कंपनी. बट कंपनीज में क्या है, उनका ऑडिट भी कंपलसरी होता है. सो दे फाइल ऑडिटेड एनुअल अकाउंट्स अलोंग विद एनुअल रिटर्न टू द आरओसी. तो अब कंपनीज एलएलपीज में क्या होता है, ऑडिट किया है तो ऑडिटेड फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट सबमिट करो, ऑडिट नहीं किया है तो अनऑडिटेड फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट सबमिट करो. ओके. एंड एलएलपी शैल बी अंडर ऑब्लिगेशन टू मेंटेन एनुअल अकाउंट्स reflecting true and fair view of its state of affairs. A statement of accounts and solvency. Solvency का मतलब क्या, हम गोइंग कंसर्न है और हम गोइंग कंसर्न रहेंगे इन द नियर फ्यूचर. मतलब आर वी गोइंग टू वाइंड अप और वी आर नॉट गोइंग इनटू वाइंडिंग अप? We are not going to go into winding up. So statement of accounts and solvency in prescribed form shall be filed by every LLP with the registrar every year. So you maintain your accounts and you file this statement with registrar. Now the next is important for us. Whether audit of all LLPs would be mandatory. Mandatory मतलब compulsory. So the accounts of every LLP shall be audited in accordance with the Rule 24 of LLP Rules 2009. Such rules inter alia provide that any LLP whose turnover does not exceed in any financial year 40 lakh rupees or whose contribution matlab total capital does not exceed 25 lakh rupees is not required to get its accounts audited. So turnover up to 40 lakhs and contribution up to 25 lakhs. अगर ये है तो ऑडिट कराना जरूरी नहीं. However, if the partners of such LLP decide to get the accounts of such LLP audited, the accounts shall be audited only in accordance with such rule. See, अगर आप ऐसा LLP हो जिसका टर्नओवर 40 lakhs नहीं है एंड कंट्रीब्यूशन 25 lakhs नहीं है, फिर भी आप ऑडिट करवाना चाहते हो तो आप कर सकते हो, नो प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन गेट एन ऑडिट डन. But if you have decided to get audit done, the audit will be in accordance with the rules. ऐसा नहीं कि आप खुद डिसाइड करोगे, आप बोलोगे ऑडिटर को चलो आप असेट देख लो, लायबिलिटी मत देखना. ऐसा नहीं. Whatever is given in the rules, the standard format will be followed. Whether any provision in respect of mandatory insurance are being proposed in the Act. Let's understand this. No mandatory insurance has been proposed in the Act. It would be difficult to assess insurance requirements of different types and sizes of LLPs. This would depend upon the nature of commercial risk attached with work or assignments handled by each. Applying common insurance requirements across a class of LLPs would result in increasing their cost of operations. Therefore, the underlying concern as to the credit worthiness of the LLP in the event of a contractual default is being addressed through statutory provisions for solvency declaration, disclosure of financial information, and audit. अब ये थोड़ा समझो, okay? See, India में LLP Act is relatively new. Okay, it is not an act that is since independence. ऐसा नहीं. तो मतलब हमने बाहर के देशों में ये देखा है और सीखा है और अब हमको लगता है कि इंडिया में भी ऐसा एक प्रोविजन होना चाहिए. सी, पार्टनरशिप फर्म्स में अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी होने के वजह से द रिस्क्स आर टू हाई. मतलब कुछ भी अगर बिजनेस में लॉस होगा, मेरे एक पार्टनर ने चीटिंग किया तो भी मुझे भी अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी आ जाता है, तो मुझे ऐसा बिजनेस करना रिस्की लगता है. मुझे लगता है कि इट इज नॉट वर्थ द एफर्ट. तो अब क्या करें? तो गवर्नमेंट बोला ठीक है, बाहर कंट्रीज में जाओ, देखो, सीखो वो लोग कैसे कर रहे हैं. तो वो लोग LLP फॉलो कर रहे थे. LLP मतलब क्या? इट्स अ पार्टनरशिप with the benefit of having limited liability. तो अब जब लायबिलिटी लिमिट हो गया तो जो सामने वाला पार्टी है, जो आपके साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, उसको डर लगता है. सी, पहले पार्टनरशिप फर्म था तो सामने वाला पार्टी बहुत खुश था. क्यों खुश था? क्योंकि अगर आपका फर्म नहीं पे करेगा तो आपके प्राइवेट एसेट्स बेच के भी आपको पे करना पड़ेगा. अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी का मतलब क्या होता है? That if the firm is not able to pay, I will pay from my private pockets. Correct है ये, everybody? Do we understand unlimited liability? Okay. So the third party who was transacting with a partnership firm was very happy and sorted. He said, तुम नहीं दोगे तो तुम्हारा private asset देगा, कोई बात नहीं. But now when this third party is transacting with an LLP, now they are also worried. क्योंकि अगर LLP के पास पैसा नहीं रहा तो कोई पार्टनर अपना प्राइवेट पॉकेट से पैसा नहीं लाएगा. खत्म, काम खत्म, LLP इंसॉल्वेंट, भूल जाओ अपना पैसा. Now the foreign countries understood this problem and they said every LLP needs to take up a business insurance. So what they did is, if you are unable to pay, the insurance company will. But you think and tell me, इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ये सब फ्री में सर्विस देता है ना, कि इसका प्रीमियम पे करना पड़ता है? प्रीमियम पे करना पड़ेगा. Now depending on the kind of business you are in, the risks attached, the premiums will differ. जैसे अगर आपने मारुति गाड़ी खरीदा और आपने रोल्स रॉयस खरीदा है, दोनों का कार इंश्योरेंस का प्रीमियम सेम आता है क्या? दोनों का 2,000 रुपया लगता है क्या? नहीं. रोल्स रॉयस का 2-3 लाख रुपया लगेगा प्रीमियम, एंड मारुति का 5,000 रुपीज प्रीमियम लगेगा. मतलब देयर इज अ डिफरेंस, राइट? कार इज अ कार, but there is still difference in the premium amounts. Like that, LLPs would also have different premium amounts. Now, Indian government said, making this insurance mandatory will increase the cost of working. So we are not doing this, but we are going to tell every LLP that you have to file a statement of solvency, and that if you're getting the things audited, it has to be audited in a standardized form. Now take 1 minute and read this paragraph again. Try to understand. ये कौन से इंश्योरेंस की बात कर रहे हैं? This insurance is to cover business risk of the possibility that LLP may not be able to pay your debt. आप लोग कौन से अटेम्प्ट में एग्जाम दोगे? May 25. Okay. And what about you, sir?
November 25.
November 25. Okay. September 25. Okay. Okay, are you done? Can we go ahead? Okay. Whether any annual return would be required to be filed by LLP, the answer is yes. Every LLP would be required to file annual returns in Form 11 with ROC within 60 days of closure of financial year. Just make that change there. The word is closure of financial year or end of financial year, whatever you like it. The annual return will be available for public inspection on payment of prescribed fees. मतलब कोई भी LLP का एनुअल रिटर्न देख सकता है, पढ़ सकता है. Prescribed fees is generally 10 rupees per page. Whether the registrar would have any power to call for information from LLP. The registrar would have power to obtain such information which he may consider necessary for the purpose of carrying out the provisions of this act, from any designated partner, or employee of the LLP. He would also have power to summon. To summon means to call. To call any designated partner, or employee of any LLP before him for any such purpose in case the information has not been furnished to him, or in case the registrar is not satisfied with the information furnished to him. See, basically आप साल के end पे annual return, statement of accounts and solvency फाइल करोगे, उसके बेसिस पे आरओसी के पास आपका इंफॉर्मेशन आ गया. अगर आरओसी को और कुछ पूछना है तो वो पूछ सकता है. ROC can call for further information. Which documents will be available for public inspection in the office of the registrar? So the following documents can be inspected by any person. Incorporation document, मतलब आपका certificate of incorporation. Names of partners and changes, if any, made therein. Statement of account and solvency, and annual returns. The fees for such inspection of an LLP is ₹50, and fees for certified copy or extract of any document shall be 5 per page. Actually, यहाँ 5 लिखा है, but practically when you go to ROC website, you have to pay ₹10 per page. But you can let it be. मतलब ये कोई पूछने नहीं वाला है आपको, but practically it is ₹10 per page. Yes, sir.
Statement of account and solvency मतलब
Statement of account and solvency ये आपने declare किया ना इधर. See over here. Just 1 minute. That's it. You got this statement of account and solvency? Okay. How would compliance management, that is ensuring that LLPs file their documents with the registrar, timely and otherwise comply with other procedural requirements of the Act, be ensured in the Act? The provisions of the Act require LLP to file documents like statement of account and solvency and annual return, and notices in respect of changes among partners, etc., within the time specifically indicated in relevant provisions. The Act contains provision for allowing LLPs to file such documents after their due date, matlab late, on payment of additional fees. It has been provided that in case LLPs file relevant documents after their due date with additional fees up to 300 days, no action for prosecution will be taken against them. Prosecution मतलब litigation. Litigation मतलब court case file करना. In case there is delay of 300 days or more. See, अब आपको annual return 60 days from the end of financial year file करना है. मतलब आपके पास एक ड्यू डेट है ना, 30th April, 30th May, 30th May तक you have to file your annual return. आप नहीं करते हो, आप सपोज 15 जुलाई को करते हो, तो आपका विद इन 300 डेज का डिफॉल्ट है. कोई बात नहीं, आप करो, एडिशनल फीस पे करो. बट सपोज 30th May 2024 was your due date and you are submitting the documents on 15th of July 2025. Now this is a delay of more than 300 days. Now what to do? The LLP will be required to pay normal filing fees, additional fees, and shall also be liable to be prosecuted. मतलब कोर्ट आप पे कोर्ट केस भी फाइल हो सकता है. The Act also contains provisions for compounding of offences, which are punishable with fine only. अपन ने compounding word डिस्कस किया है पहले. Okay. So for those who who were not there in law or those who don't recollect, every offense has 5 types of punishment. Okay. कोई भी एक punishment आपको हो सकता है अगर आप कुछ एक offense करते हो तो. Either only fine, fine or imprisonment, fine or imprisonment or both, only imprisonment, or fine and imprisonment. सी पांचों अलग है. ओनली फाइन, सिर्फ पैसा भरो जाओ. जैसे आपने सिग्नल जंप किया, पैसा भरो जाओ. फाइन और imprisonment. Suppose you are caught ticketless traveling in railway train. I don't know if you are aware of this or not. Either you pay fine or you go to jail for X number of days. आपको अनाड़ी कोर्ट में लेके जाते हैं और वहां पे जाके आपका डिसाइड होता है कि कितने दिन के लिए आप जेल जाओगे. फाइन और imprisonment और बोथ. सपोज आपने कोई पब्लिक प्लेस में मारा मारी की, तो आपको फाइन भी हो सकता है, imprisonment भी हो सकता है, दोनों भी हो सकता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द सीरियसनेस ऑफ द सिचुएशन. ओनली imprisonment. आपने किसी को मार दिया, मर्डर, imprisonment सीधा. फाइन एंड imprisonment. Murder along with assault and the other family member is also victimized. ऐसा कुछ भी हुआ होगा, मतलब कोर्ट को लगता है कि आपको दूसरे पार्टी को कॉम्पनसेट भी करना चाहिए एंड इम्प्रिजनमेंट तो करना ही पड़ेगा, तो फाइन एंड इम्प्रिजनमेंट. जैसे ये सलमान खान का केस, संजय दत्त का केस, इट इज फाइन एंड इम्प्रिजनमेंट के एग्जाम्पल्स है ये. उन्होंने फाइन भी भरा है, वो लोग जेल भी गए. ओके, आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग द 5 सिचुएशंस? Yes. Now compounding of offense मतलब क्या? To compound an offense means I want to settle. I am not saying I am guilty. I'm not saying कि मैंने actually offense commit किया है. No. But I am saying I don't want litigation. तो आप मेरे को punishment in terms of fine दे दो and let me go. जैसे होता है ना, अपन ट्रैफिक सिग्नल जंप करते हैं पर अपने को लगता है अपन ने नहीं किया है, पर वो ट्रैफिक पुलिस वाले को लगता है नहीं आपने सिग्नल जंप किया, तो वो आपको बोलेगा नहीं इतना पेनल्टी भरो. आप बोलोगे अरे नहीं साहब नहीं किया, कुछ ले दे के खत्म करो. दैट ले दे के खत्म करो इज कंपाउंडिंग ऑफ ऑफेंस. Of course, this what you are doing is unofficial, but there is an official way of compounding of offense. So over there, you do not agree to having committed a offense, but you want to pay a monetary fine and get away. Now in LLP Act also, wherever the punishment is only in terms of either fine or imprisonment, fine or imprisonment or both, you can have compounding. But for those offenses where imprisonment is a compulsory form of punishment, there can be no compounding. Are you understanding this? Yes. So if we have imprisonment as a compulsory form of punishment, there is no compounding. All okay? Okay. Moving ahead then, we have appointment of auditor as per rule 24. This is simple. Exemption from audit. LLP whose turnover does not exceed in any financial year 40 lakh, contribution not exceeding 25 lakh shall not be required to get its accounts audited. ये repeat हो रहा है. However, if partners of such LLP decide to get its accounts audited, audit shall be done in accordance with the rules. Appointment is for each financial year. Please underline each financial year. Auditor or auditors of LLP shall be appointed for each financial year of the LLP for auditing its accounts. Appointment will be by designated partners. The designated partners may appoint an auditor or auditors at any time for the first financial year, but before the end of the first financial year, at least 30 days prior to the end of each financial year other than the first financial year. To fill a casual vacancy in the office of auditor, including in case when the turnover or contribution exceeds the limits, or to fill up the vacancy caused by removal of an auditor. Casual vacancy मतलब क्या? Resignation or death, or insolvency, or unsound mind. जब आपका ऑडिटर ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है तो कैजुअल वेकेंसी क्रिएट होती है एंड यू हैव टू फिल अप दैट वेकेंसी. रिमूवल ऑफ ऑडिटर मतलब क्या? आपने पहले ऑडिटर अपॉइंट किया था बट ही इज ईदर नेग्लिजेंट और यू आर नॉट हैप्पी विद द सर्विसेज एंड यू हैव रिमूव्ड द ऑडिटर. If designated partner fails to appoint auditor, Then the partners may appoint an auditor or auditors where the designated partners have power to appoint under sub rule 11 and have failed to appoint. तो अगर डेजिग्नेटेड पार्टनर्स नहीं अपॉइंट करेंगे तो फिर सारे दूसरे पार्टनर्स अपॉइंट कर सकते हैं. टेन्योर मतलब फॉर हाउ लॉन्ग विल ही स्टे इन ऑफिस. So an auditor or auditors of LLP shall hold office in accordance with the terms of his or their appointment and shall continue to hold office till the period the new auditors are appointed or they are reappointed. See, basically LLP में ना कोई AGM का क्राइटेरिया नहीं होता है. तो जैसे अपना सादा ऑडिटर कैसे ही वॉज होल्डिंग ऑफिस टिल द कंक्लूजन ऑफ द 6th AGM, वैसा यहाँ पे नहीं हो सकता है बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव AGMs in LLPs. So what have they said? You follow your letter of appointment or till the new auditor is appointed, you will remain in office. What are the advantages or purposes of audit of LLP? Take 1 minute, please go through this. ये repeat है from the first chapter that we've already done. Why do we do audit? Basically that. Can we go ahead? This is something we've also covered when we did special audit chapter. Why are we doing audit of a partnership firm? So the answer still remains the same. Auditor's duties regarding audit of LLP. Now we have a letter of engagement. The auditor shall prepare a letter of the terms of engagement and get it acknowledged by those charged with governance. He should obtain instructions in writing from them as to the work to be performed. It is necessary so as to avoid any misunderstanding between auditor and the auditee. Studying the LLP agreement, the auditor should carefully study the LLP agreement and note important provisions therein, including the the nature of the business, duration of partnership, the profit sharing ratio, rights and duties of the partners, capital contributed, provisions regarding payment of interest in respect of additional capital contributed, salaries, commissions payable to partners, drawings allowed, borrowing powers of LLP, mode of settlement between partners at the time of admission, retirement, death, interest on loans obtained by LLP from the partners. Refer to the minutes book so as to gain understanding about resolutions relating to books of accounts. Conclusion and reporting, he shall obtain sufficient and appropriate evidence so as to reach a conclusion and expressing an opinion on the financial statements of LLP. Auditor should mention in his audit report whether, this is important for us, he was able to obtain all information and explanation necessary for his work, the accounting records appear to be reliable, and any restrictions were imposed on him by the management. यहाँ पे management, यहाँ पे those charged with governance का meaning is designated partners and partners, okay? Designated partners and other partners, active partners, obviously. Not sleeping or dormant partners. Take 2 minutes. Please go through the chapter, see if you understand everything. So then we can go. All chapters that we are completing, I'm hoping you are also doing their MCQs as you read the chapters, okay? MCQs will help you better understand the concepts. Also an easy way of memorizing small things. Last 2 minutes, complete what you're reading. Okay, all done? Can we go ahead to the next chapter? Okay, come to chapter 19, Audit of Cooperative Societies. Okay. Now, which is the simplest example of cooperative society that you know? Do you all know any cooperative society? I can't hear you all. Are you all saying anything? So say no. What is the easiest example of cooperative society that you know? Yes, sir.
Cooperative society.
The society in which you live in?
Cooperative society.
Correct. The building that you live in is registered as a cooperative society, right? Yes. The whole idea of cooperative societies is to cooperate amongst its members. मतलब क्या है? जैसे आप जिस बिल्डिंग में रहते हो वो फ्लैट्स तो ओन्ड बाय यू है मतलब योर पेरेंट्स बेसिकली. Okay, the flats are owned by your parents. They have all come together to form a cooperative society. All the flat owners become the members of the cooperative society. इस cooperative society में होता क्या है? The society collects maintenance from all the flat owners. Yes. And what is it using this maintenance for? To pay the property taxes, to pay the BMC taxes, water tax, common electricity, common expenses like security, common expenses like having a CCTV, lift, common area maintenance, like if you have a garden, water tanker cleaning, all of those things, right? मतलब ये जो मेंटेनेंस आप पे कर रहे हो उसमें से कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी कुछ प्रॉफिट कमा रहा है कि इज इट बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर द सोसाइटी इटसेल्फ?
For the society.
For the society itself, that's the idea. Of course they do create a fund. फंड मतलब क्या? अ कॉर्पस फंड इज ऑलवेज क्रिएटेड ताकि अगर कभी कुछ इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन आ जाए तो सोसाइटी के पास पैसा होना चाहिए. इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन मतलब क्या? जैसे कोई नेचुरल कलामिटी में दरवाजा टूट गया, कोई नेचुरल कलामिटी में वाटर टैंकर बर्स्ट हो गए, तो वो सब रिप्लेस करने के लिए भी तो फंड होना चाहिए ना. जैसे बहुत साल बाद लिफ्ट खराब हो जाती है तो आपके पास उतना फंड होना चाहिए कि जब टाइम आए तो आप लिफ्ट रिप्लेस कर सको, रिपेयर करवा सको. करेक्ट? So these funds that are created, again, they are to be utilized for the purpose of the society itself. Now, this is one example of cooperative society that you know. There are many such cooperative societies which work for the benefit of its members. मतलब क्या है? वो लोग मेंबर्स का पैसा लेते हैं और या तो कभी लोन एडवांस करते हैं टू वन ऑफ द मेंबर्स या for the members the money is being used. Now of course because you are registered in the Cooperative Societies Act, like your society will be registered under the Maharashtra State Cooperative Societies Act. Different cooperative societies will be registered accordingly. So under that act audit becomes compulsory. And over here please understand the auditor is not just going to comment on तुमने कैसा क्या किया. The auditor will work like the auditor of a government entity. कुछ याद है वहां हम अपने recommendations भी देते थे, हम strengths and weaknesses भी बता रहे थे. Like that we are going to comment even here. So we are going to try and bring transparency and comment on whether the money is being utilized correctly or not. Okay. Audit of cooperative societies. See both LLP and this chapter अगर आया तो अराउंड 2 to 4 मार्क्स के लिए आ सकता है. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि पेपर में एक भी क्वेश्चन ये चैप्टर पे ना. सो दीज आर रैंडम चैप्टर्स. इफ दे आर आस्क्ड इट विल बी आस्क्ड फॉर अराउंड 2 to 4 मार्क्स. ओके. Audit under section 17 of the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. The registrar shall audit or cause to be audited by some person authorized by him by general or special order in writing in this behalf the accounts of every registered society at least once every year. The audit under subsection 1 shall include an examination of overdue debts. Please underline examination of overdue debts. See, हर बिल्डिंग में एक ऐसा होता है जो मेंटेनेंस पे नहीं करता है तो वो क्या बन जाता है उस बिल्डिंग का? डेटर. तो वो ओवर ड्यू डेट है ना. जैसे आपको मेंटेनेंस पे करने का एक ड्यू डेट रहता है, आप उस डेट तक नहीं पे करोगे तो आप ओवर ड्यू हो गए. तो वी आर गोइंग टू एग्जामिन सच ओवर ड्यू डेट्स and evaluation of the assets and liabilities of the society. The registrar, the collector, or any person authorized by general or special order in writing in this behalf by the registrar shall at all times have access to all the books, accounts, papers, and securities of a society, and every officer of the society shall furnish such information in regard to the transactions and working of the society as the person making such inspection may require. ये तो हमको पहले से पता है. अगर ऑडिटर अपॉइंट हुआ है तो ऑडिटर इंफॉर्मेशन मांगेगा. आपका ड्यूटी है टू गिव दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. Examination of overdue debts. Now they are dealing with every part in detail. Overdue debts for a period from 6 months to 5 years and more than 5 years shall be classified and shall have to be reported by an auditor. So there are two parts. Those which are this one 6 months to 5 years and more than 5 years. There are two classifications that we are doing. The auditor will have to ascertain whether proper provision for doubtful debts has been made or not. Overdue interest. Overdue interest should be excluded from interest outstanding and accrued while calculating profit. सी अगर कोई डेट ही नहीं दे रहा है तो वो इंटरेस्ट भी पे नहीं करेगा, तो वो इंटरेस्ट को आप मर्केंटाइल बेसिस से प्रॉफिट्स में ऐड कर करके प्रॉफिट को ओवरस्टेट मत करो क्योंकि वो मिलने वाला नहीं है. Overdue interest is interest accrued in accounts of which the amount is overdue. Please underline this and keep. मतलब ये ओवरड्यू डेट का इंटरेस्ट इज कॉल्ड ओवरड्यू इंटरेस्ट. तो अगर डेट का प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट ही नहीं आएगा तो इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट कहाँ आने वाला है. सर्टिफिकेशन ऑफ बैड डेट्स. A peculiar feature regarding writing off of bad debts in case of cooperative societies is that bad debts can be written off only when they are certified as bad by the auditor or managing committee. मतलब आप प्रोविजन क्रिएट करके रखो लेकिन आप राइट ऑफ नहीं कर सकते. कब कर सकते हो? जब ऑडिटर सर्टिफाई करेगा तब. वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ असेट्स एंड लायबिलिटीज. Auditor shall examine existence, ownership, and valuation of assets. Fixed assets should be valued at cost less provision for depreciation. The current asset should be valued at cost or market price, whichever is lower. All the known liabilities should be brought into the accounts and not merely disclosed as contingent ones. अगर आपको पता है कि कोई लायबिलिटी है तो उसको प्रोवाइड करके रखो. Adherence to cooperative principles. While auditing the expenses, the auditor shall ensure they are economically incurred and there is no wastage of funds. कुछ याद है हमने एक्सपेंडिचर ऑडिट पढ़ा है गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट में. इकोनॉमी, एफिशिएंसी, प्रोप्राइटी, ऑडिट अगेंस्ट रूल एंड ऑर्डर, ऑडिट अगेंस्ट सैंक्शन ऑफ फंड्स. So all of that applies here as well. The principles of propriety audit should be followed for the purpose. Please mark this as important. Underline propriety audit. वहां पे आप लिख के रख सकते हो similar to government audit. Propriety means rational use of money. Observations of the provisions of the Act and rules. Auditor shall also examine the non-compliance with the provisions of Cooperative Societies Act and rules and bylaws. Restriction on cooperative societies. In case of a society having limited liability of member, no member other than a registered society can hold share capital exceeding 20% or rupees 1,000. A registered society can provide loan to its members. However, it may provide loan to another registered society only with special sanction of the registrar. Please make this as sanction. It may accept loans and deposits from members and others subject to the conditions specified in bylaws. A central cooperative society may invest its funds only in the following. मतलब आपके पास जो excess पैसा है उसका क्या करो? उसको आप invest कर सकते हो in the following areas. Shares, securities, bonds or debentures of any other society with limited liability. Securities specified in section 20 of the Indian Trust Act. Central or state cooperative bank. Cooperative bank other than a central or state cooperative bank as approved by the registrar. others as permitted by the government. सी जैसे आप सोसाइटी के फंड से शेयर मार्केट पे थोड़ी इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो, है ना? मतलब द मनी हैज टू कैन बी इन्वेस्टेड बट इन रिस्क फ्री एरियाज एंड दोज एरियाज आर मेंशन्ड ओवर हियर. Verification of members' register and examination of their passbooks. Auditor should carry out examination of entries in members' passbooks regarding the loan given and its repayment. Confirmation of loan balance should also be obtained in accordance with SA 505. This is nothing but your external confirmation. Special report to the registrar. In case auditor notices serious irregularities in the working of the society, he may report these special matters to the registrar. The registrar, on receipt of such a special report, may take necessary action against the society. Please put the word special report in a box. In the following cases, a special report may become necessary. Personal profiteering by members of managing committee. सी हर सोसाइटी का एक ट्रेजरर होता है, एक सेक्रेटरी होता है, प्रेसिडेंट होता है. तो सपोज वही लोग सारा पैसा यूज कर रहे हैं, खुद को लोन दे रहे हैं सोसाइटी का पैसा से, चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा? नहीं चलेगा. अगर ऑडिटर ये ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है तो ऑडिटर विल मेक अ स्पेशल रिपोर्ट. डिटेक्शन ऑफ फ्रॉड, स्पेसिफिक केसेस ऑफ मिसमैनेजमेंट, decisions of management against the cooperative principles. In the case of urban cooperative banks, disproportionate advances to vested interest group and reckless advancing without evaluating the credit worthiness of the party. Reckless मतलब careless. आप negligently लोगों को पैसा दे रहे हो, आप उनका credit worthiness चेक ही नहीं कर रहे. अपन किसी को भी अपना पैसा देते हैं कि पहले पूरा जांच परख करते हैं, उससे साइन करवा के लेंगे, उससे सिक्योरिटी लेंगे, फिर लोन देंगे, कि ऐसे ही पैसा दे दो? Only after having done a proper due diligence. So if the society is not doing it, it means there are some frauds happening. Audit classification of society. After a judgment of an overall performance of the society, the auditor shall offer award a class to the society. However, if the management of the society is not satisfied about the award of audit class, it can make an appeal to the registrar and registrar may direct to review the audit classification. जैसे आपको स्कूल में बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट में ग्रेडिंग मिलता था ना, A, B, C, वैसे ही सोसाइटी के ऑडिट्स के बाद आपको एक ग्रेड अवार्ड होता है. तो अगर आपको वो ग्रेड ठीक लगता है तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं ठीक लगता, आपको लगता है नहीं हमको गलत ग्रेड मिल गया, हम तो A+ है, हमको B- मिल गया, तो कोई बात नहीं, आप अपील करो टू द रजिस्ट्रार एंड देन इट विल बी रिव्यूड. Discussion of draft audit report with managing committee. The audit report should be finalized only after discussion with the managing committee. Minor irregularities may be rectified. Distribution of profit. 25% of profit should be transferred to reserve fund before distribution to members. मतलब ये अपना corpus बनते जाता है इससे. Registrar may reduce it, but at least 10% is still required. Society may use reserve fund in business of a society of some public purpose. Schedule to this report, transaction contrary to Act, rules and bylaws, sums not brought into accounts, material or property appearing as doubtful or bad, material irregularity in expenses or realization of money, any other matter specified by the registrar. तो अगर कोई और मैटर पे भी आपको स्पेसिफिक नोटिंग करना है तो इट कैन बिकम अ शेड्यूल टू दिस रिपोर्ट. मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज एक्ट ऑफ 2002. I want you to take 2 minutes and try to go through this. A lot of this has already been done. Okay, take 5 minutes. You can go through the whole of this. It's okay. There's nothing new. और यहाँ आप लिख के रखो रीड. एक बार आप पढ़ लेना, दैट्स मोर देन. If there is something you don't understand, yeah, please raise your hand.
मैं मेरी कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी में एक आदमी है जो 5 साल से नहीं भर मेंटेनेंस उसके ऊपर
So
कुछ
speak a little louder. I can't understand. Sorry.
मैम एक कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी में एक आदमी है जो 5 साल से ज्यादा मेंटेनेंस ही नहीं भर रहा है तो उसके ऊपर कुछ कर नहीं सकते
कर सकते ना, they can sue him. But see, so there are ways wherein if you complain to the registrar can seize your property. ओके सो योर अगर आपने नोटिस किया होगा कभी कभी इमूवेबल एसेट्स के बाहर गवर्नमेंट का नोटिस लग जाता है कि this property is under litigation and that some taxes are due on this property and any owner or buyer will first have to pay the taxes and then get a clear title. So depending on what is the amount, for how long has it been pending, they can take them to the registrar. Registrar can take you to court, and that person के against auction का भी proceeding start हो सकता है. मतलब that asset will be auctioned, and first the dues will be paid, and then whatever money is still left, the that owner will get that money, and then he has to vacate the property.
मैम ये जो लोन देती है वो इंटरेस्ट इंटरेस्ट फ्री
Done?
होता
Just
है
one
इंटरेस्ट
minute. You're saying something, sir?
मैम जो लोन देते हैं कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी वो इंटरेस्ट फ्री रहता
Interest?
है फ्री फ्री
No,
फ्री
not necessarily. Maybe to its members it can give interest free. That is also, it has to be a decision of the society, but they can earn interest also. ये जो निधि सोसाइटीज होती है या जो म्यूचुअल बेनिफिट सोसाइटीज होती है वो अपने मेंबर्स को इंटरेस्ट फ्री देते हैं लेकिन टू आउटसाइडर्स दे चार्ज इंटरेस्ट. Last 2 minutes, complete what you're reading.
मैम
Yes, sir.
अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव बैंक अभी जो खोल रहे नए नए वो है क्या?
हाँ, what we have no like this. We have so many cooperative banks, no, in the city, like
सारस्वत कोऑपरेटिव बैंक,
like Kapol Cooperative Bank.
सारस्वत
हाँ, Saras Cooperative Bank. All of these are urban cooperative banks. Do you all know that these cooperative banks give higher rate of interest as compared to the other banks? Yeah. Why do they give higher rate of interest? These banks are under lesser compliances with RBI. Okay, that is one. Lesser compliances with RBI. And your money is insured only up to rupees 1 lakh. मतलब कल अगर ये कोऑपरेटिव बैंक बंद हो गया तो आपको पैसा नहीं मिलने वाला है वापस. अप टू 1 लाख का इंश्योरेंस है, उसके बाद इंश्योरेंस नहीं. तो सपोज आपने 10-15 लाख रुपया रखा है बैंक में, ओके, और बैंक कल बंद हो गया. ये बैंक कभी भी बंद हो सकता है, कोऑपरेटिव बैंक. इन पे कुछ ज्यादा रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस नहीं है. सो कल सुबह कोऑपरेटिव बैंक, सारस्वत कोऑपरेटिव बैंक ने बोला ओके वी आर क्लोजिंग, तो गवर्नमेंट हैज इंश्योर्ड यू रुपीज 1 लाख. तो अगर आपका 10 लाख है अकाउंट बैलेंस, आपको कितना मिलेगा हाथ में? 1 लाख. दैट्स इट. बाकी 9 लाख गए. बट नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक में ऐसा नहीं होता. योर होल अमाउंट इज इंश्योर्ड. That is why your money should always be safe in a nationalized bank and not cooperative banks. Not many people are aware about this. What, sir?
मेरा अकाउंट है कोऑपरेटिव
कम से
कोऑपरेटिव बैंक में अकाउंट है मेरा.
आपका अकाउंट है तो अप टू 1 लाख ही रखना उधर.
1000 ही रुपए.
क्या हुआ?
1000 रुपीज ओनली.
अरे वेरी गुड. Cooperative banks, it's very easy to open accounts, very easy to make FDs, very easy to close accounts. The interest rates are better. एकदम घर जैसा feeling going inside the bank. They don't ask too many things. But then it has pros and cons, right? Never open a locker with a cooperative bank. You all know what are lockers?
यस यस.
हाँ.
गोल्ड रखते हो.
कुछ भी रख सकते हो आप उसके अंदर. You can keep your document, title documents, papers. You can keep cash also. You can keep gold, precious metal, whatever you want.
चार्जेस रखते हैं.
Yes, लॉकर के चार्जेस रहते हैं. लॉकर का इंश्योरेंस लेना चाहिए आपको. Not many people take insurance for the stuff they have in their locker. कल अगर अर्थक्वेक आ गया और लॉकर गया जमीन के अंदर, अब आप क्या करोगे? हाउ विल यू प्रूव कि आपके लॉकर में क्या था? Today you have lecture after my lecture, or you all go home after this?
वो 22
क्या?
22 जनवरी के बाद बैठना है.
22 जनवरी के बाद लेक्चर रहेगा.
1 to 5.
1 to 5. Okay. ठीक है. So what I want is from you today when you go home, I am giving you homework in 2 chapters. I want you to read those 2 chapters and come tomorrow. हाँ? So ये तो हो गया. LLP cooperative societies is there's no homework. ये आप जब पढ़ने बैठोगे तब आप MCQ solve करना. हाँ, yes sir, बोलो. क्या एग्जाम चल रहा है?
वो टेस्ट चल रहा है MCQ.
कौन सा टेस्ट?
SM
कौन सा?
स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट.
तो ये तो यहीं चल रहा है ना टेस्ट, क्लासेस में, किस कॉलेज में, किधर चल रहा है? क्लासेस में. तो कब है टेस्ट एसएम का नेक्स्ट?
2 वीक लगातार.
रोज?
नहीं, झूठ नहीं बोल रहा मैं.
तो आप लोग घर से टेस्ट देते हो और एमसीक्यू टेस्ट है? हाँ, तो फिर क्या है एमसीक्यू टेस्ट में, क्या इतना नाटक है?
मॉड्यूल पढ़ना पड़ता है।
हाँ, तो पढ़ो। तो सीए पढ़ रहे ना, तो बहुत कुछ मैनेज करना पड़ता है। ओके, तो आप पहले एसएम पढ़ना, एसएम का टेस्ट दे देना। उसके बाद आप नीचे मत जाना, खेलने वेलने वॉक करने मत जाना। आप क्या करना, आप फिर ऑडिट का बुक लेके पढ़ना। ओके, फिर कल सुबह आप थोड़ा 1 घंटा जल्दी उठ जाना, और ट्रेन में, बस में, जिधर भी आप जैसा भी ट्रैवल करते हो, आप ऑडिट का बुक पढ़ते पढ़ते रहना। ओके, लोग देखेंगे, आपको दुआ देंगे, अरे ये बेचारा कितना पढ़ाई करता है। they'll pray for you. Okay, so you probably +2 +5 ऐसा हो जाएगा एग्जाम। Okay, I had a sir who would say that every day when he sleeps he would first pray to the god, then thank his books, keep the books under his pillow and then go to sleep. उससे कुछ पास नहीं होते हैं, बट उससे अपने को फोकस रहता है कि अपने को सिर्फ पढ़ाई करना है। लाइफ में सिर्फ एक ही एम है कि अपने को पढ़ाई करना है। ओके, फोकस। एक तो आप लोग के पास इतना सोशल मीडिया, आप लोग कैसे एग्जाम देते हो भगवान ही जाने। नहीं है तो वेरी गुड। चलो, कमिंग बैक टू ऑडिट ऑफ बैंक्स। Now, in this chapter, I want you to read certain parts and come for tomorrow's class. There are certain parts which I'm marking as important, which we will do right now. But the other parts are very simple, read and understandable है। आप लोग थोड़ा बैंकिंग समझते भी हो। आपको बैंकिंग अकाउंट्स में है कि नहीं है? Do you have this topic banking in accounts? No. Okay, तो और भी अच्छा, आपको वो भी पढ़ना नहीं पड़ेगा। Okay, come to the first page. You have basics over there. Please mark it as read. So you have special features of banks. If we just run through it, see what is written. Banks have custody of large volume of monetary items. ये तो हमको समझता है. Large volume and variety of transactions. See, today bank is not limited to just accepting deposits and giving loans, right? Bank has diversified into so many fields. They are managing your portfolios. They are into treasury. They are into loans, overdrafts. They are also into loans, overseas loans. They've also become broking firms. A lot of things are being done by the banks, right? So abhi sirf paisa dena lena, that is not banking. There is so much more to a bank. Wide network of branches and departments. ये हमको समझता है, like a small bank like SBI will have multiple branches in our city only. So in the country तो पता नहीं कितने सारे branches होंगे. Off balance sheet items like no entry for guarantees, etc. Off balance sheet items matlab those which are not reflected in the books of accounts. See, banks stand guarantors to a lot of transactions, right? जैसे अगर आज मुझे कुछ इंपोर्ट करना है, लेट अस से मुझे अमेरिका से एसिक्स के जूते इंपोर्ट करने हैं, तो एसिक्स का जो वहां का मैन्युफैक्चरर है वो मेरे को बोलेगा आप पैसा दे दो। आई विल से नहीं, पहले आप सप्लाई करो स्टॉक, देन आई विल पे यू मनी. He'll ask for an advance. I will give an advance. He will ask for a guarantee for the next payment. I am going to ask my bank to become a guarantor for this transaction. Guarantor का मतलब क्या? कल अगर I don't pay, the bank will have to pay to the manufacturer of ASICs in USA? Yes. तो बैंक के लिए ये कंटिजेंट लायबिलिटी है, नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स में रिफ्लेक्ट होना चाहिए. यस. Regulated by government authorities. We all know that the whole banking sector of our country is being regulated directly by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Okay. Form and content of financial statements ये आप रीड कर सकते हो, कुछ नहीं है इसमें. That next vertical form, ये सब ना फॉर्मेट टॉपिक है जो अब आपको है ही नहीं, तो इट्स ओके, यू कैन ओनली रीड एंड इग्नोर इट. देयर इज नथिंग इंपॉर्टेंट टू दिस. Let's come to the next part which is important, appointment of auditor and long form audit report. ये दोनों ही टॉपिक अपने लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, यहाँ पे आप रीड मत लिखो, इंपॉर्टेंट ही लिखो. ओके, appointment of auditor as per the provisions of the relevant enactments. Enactment मतलब law. The auditor of a banking company is to be appointed at the annual general meeting of the shareholders. Okay. The auditor of a nationalized bank is to be appointed by the bank concerned acting through its board of directors. In either case, approval of Reserve Bank is required before the appointment is made. The auditors of State Bank of India are to be appointed by Comptroller and Auditor General of India in consultation with central government. The auditors of the subsidiaries of the State Bank of India are to be appointed by the State Bank of India. Are you understanding this? So basically they are telling us सादा बैंक है तो AGM shareholders, nationalized बैंक है board of directors, State Bank of India है CNAG in consultation with CG will appoint. चाहे जो भी आपका ऑडिटर हो उसके अपॉइंटमेंट के पहले रिजर्व बैंक का अप्रूवल आ जाना चाहिए. लॉन्ग फॉर्म ऑडिट रिपोर्ट. In addition to the audit report as per the statutory requirements, auditors of public sector banks, private sector banks, and foreign banks are required to furnish a long form audit report as well. The matters on which auditors are required to comment in LFAR has been specified by Reserve Bank of India. LFAR is to be submitted before 30th of June. मतलब 31 मार्च को बुक्स क्लोज होंगे. अप्रैल मई जून 3 महीने आपके पास टाइम है. यू हैव टू सबमिट योर LFAR. Auditor may provide executive summary at his discretion so as to bring the key observations to the notice of management. Executive summary मतलब see executive मतलब higher level staff. Summary मतलब a concise note of whatever I have observed during my audit. Reporting of fraud to RBI, please mark this as very important. सी जैसा अगर आपको याद है 1 करोड़ का फ्रॉड से ज्यादा 1 करोड़ अमाउंट से ज्यादा का फ्रॉड मिलता था तो हम सीजी को इन्फॉर्म करते थे. 1 करोड़ से कम का था तो हम कंपनी के बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स को इन्फॉर्म करते थे. वैसे ही बैंक में अगर हमको फ्रॉड मिलता है तो हमको आरबीआई को इन्फॉर्म करना कंपलसरी है. The RBI has issued a circular on bank frauds applicable to all scheduled commercial banks excluding regional rural banks. If internal or external auditor finds fraudulent activity or act of excess power in any transaction, he should refer the matter to RBI, else, underline, he will be liable for action. अगर आप आरबीआई को नहीं बताओगे, आपको पता है और आप नहीं बताते हो तो आप पे भी लीगल एक्शन होगा. Auditor should also consider clause 1 of part 1 of the second schedule to the Chartered Accountants Act. यहाँ पे आप ब्रैकेट करके लिख के रखो confidentiality. आपको याद है I was telling you there are many ethics of a CA. One of that is confidentiality. We should not breach confidentiality. ये तो हमको ऐसे 200 से भी पता है वैसे, but फिर भी. However, a member is not held guilty under the said clause if the client explicitly permits the auditor to disclose the information to a third party or such disclosure is permitted by law or by the court. सी अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. ये पॉइंट में उन्होंने बोला कि अगर आप ऑडिटर हो और आपको कुछ भी टाइप का फ्रॉड पता चलता है तो आप आरबीआई को बताओगे. द फैक्ट कि मैंने फ्रॉड के बारे में आरबीआई को बताया, एम आई ब्रीचिंग कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी? नो, आई एम रिक्वायर्ड बाय लॉ टू डू सो एंड आई हैव टू डू इट. As per Master Circular on Frauds, Classification and Reporting, the primary responsibility for preventing frauds is that of bank management. Obviously, auditor का थोड़ी हो सकता है. Banks are required to report frauds to the board of directors and also to RBI. The requirement has extended the reporting responsibilities of auditor. However, auditor is expected to follow essays issued by ICAI and perform his functions accordingly. SA 240 हमने already पढ़ा है. It states that auditor is responsible for obtaining reasonable assurance that the financials taken as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether caused by fraud or error. Therefore, if auditor, while performing his normal duties, comes across any fraud, he should report the matter to RBI in addition to those charged with governance. As per 143(12) of the Companies Act, if an auditor of a company has reason to believe that an offense involving fraud is being or has been committed against the company by officers or employees of the company, he shall immediately report the matter to central government. See, both of these points are a repeat of what we have already studied. Types of charges and the nature of securities, you can please mark that as read. आपको fixed charge, floating charge ये समझता है? Suppose I want to buy a housing loan. I want to take a housing loan. So मेरा जो घर I am buying, that will be a charge. A charge will be created on that asset. That is called a fixed charge. But suppose I take a working capital loan and I am giving my stock as security. Every day my stock changes as I sell and buy. This is a floating charge. The day I fail to pay the loan installment is the day the bank will come and seize my stock. Matlab, the floating charge crystallizes into fixed charge. Are you understanding the difference in both? फ्लोटिंग चार्ज मतलब चार्ज है एक ऐसे असेट पे जो बदलता रहता है, जैसे आपका स्टॉक, आपके डेटर्स, आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट. दिस कीप्स चेंजिंग एवरी डे. ओके, द डे यू फेल टू मेक द पेमेंट इज द डे व्हेन द चार्ज विल क्रिस्टलाइज. क्रिस्टलाइज मतलब अब बैंक आके जो भी आपका स्टॉक है वो सीज कर लेगा और पहले बेच के खुद का पैसा लेगा, बचा तो आपको मिलेगा. Okay. You have lien, pledge, hypothecation, mortgage, assignment over there. Please mark them as read. ये सब terminologies आपको समझने चाहिए. Okay. Next, you have topic prudential norms on income recognition, asset classification, and provisioning and other related matters. You have something called non-performing asset over there. Please mark that as important. Non-performing asset basically means asset which is not generating income. अभी बैंक्स में ना आपका लोन देना यही सबसे बड़ा असेट होता है, राइट? लोन गिवन टू XYZ. पर जब ये लोग रीपे नहीं करते हैं तो ये नॉन परफॉर्मिंग बन जाता है. तो नॉन परफॉर्मिंग को आपको स्केड्यूल करना पड़ता है, क्लासिफाई करना पड़ता है. अप टू 6 months, 6 months to 1 year, 1 year to 3 years, 3 years plus, because accordingly you will create provision for doubtful debts. Okay, so you will go through this. Next, you have out of order read, crop season read, classification norms relating to NPAs is read, income recognition read. You have a topic called classification of advances. आए आप वहां पे? Standard, substandard, doubtful, loss मिला आपको? Please mark that as important. ये आप एक बार रीड करना. Tomorrow we will do it in detail because we don't have so much time that we can complete it right now. So we'll do it in detail tomorrow. Rules relating to NPA at a glance. क्या ये है आपके पास?
Yes. Yes.
Yes? Mark it as important. एग्जाम के टाइम पे एक बार ये आप पढ़ लोगे तो आपका काम हो जाएगा. मतलब you don't have to read everything in detail. You have some important matters to be considered by auditor. मिला क्या आपको? You can mark it as read, but there are concepts like demonetization which you should know. This common point to verification of loans ये आप important mark कर लो. Contingent liability is important. टाइप्स ऑफ ऑडिट रिपोर्ट्स इन बैंक ऑडिट, इसको आप थोड़ा रीड मार्क करके. SLR मिला आपको ये SLR? Do you know the full form? It is statutory liquidity ratio. आपको पता है बैंक्स को कुछ अमाउंट रखना पड़ता है रिजर्व बैंक के साथ, which is a percentage of the loans that they have created, the deposits that they have accepted. So those are called statutory liquidity ratios. Okay. Now your homework is what? You will read the entire bank audit chapter and come. The NPA wala part, जो वो substandard, standard, वो वाला part, we will do it together tomorrow. And you have another chapter called Audit of Items of Financial Statements. I think it's chapter 16, is it? Is it chapter 16 or which chapter is it? Please check. 17. मिला आपको? That chapter you will read it. That chapter is nothing but a complete revision of your accounting knowledge.
Read कर.
हाँ, 17. So this chapter, bank audit, 20th chapter and 17th chapter. ये दो chapters आप लोग read करके आओगे. जो भी आपको नहीं समझेगा आप please mark करोगे and we will discuss that. Okay? Tomorrow you are bringing this textbook as well as the first book. Because I think in some time we'll complete bank audit and audit of items of financials. That is the only thing left in this book. Miscellaneous करके एक topic है which is small. But then we should know what we have to do in the first book as well, right? So we'll finish that as well. Okay? What are you saying, sir?
Bag heavy हो जाता है.
अरे सर आप लोग क्या थोड़ी 4th standard या 5th standard में हो?
3 लेक्चर है.
3 लेक्चर है. कितने बुक्स होते हैं आपके पास?
6 नहीं 8 हो जाते.
हाँ तो ठीक है यही बुक लेके आओ फिर एक लेक्चर विल डू नेक्स्ट. ठीक है बट ब्रिंग दिस बुक, हाँ ब्रिंग दिस टेक्स्ट बुक एंड द मेन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज यू विल डू योर होमवर्क ऑफ रीडिंग एंड कम बैंक ऑडिट एंड ऑडिट ऑफ आइटम्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स. थैंक यू.